Hi everyone, I'm moving on to the next step of my reflections, and today I'm focusing on how leaders stay grounded when the pressure feels too strong. And what I'm doing for myself for my job search, I'm creating different ways to reach out to people for my GoFundMe so that I can get some financial help, and also for my job search. And today I've posted that link and I've posted my journey. I try to change it up so that it can reach different audiences, and I include my GoFundMe link. I send the message out to at least 50 people a week, and then I try to follow up. I try to set up a phone call. Sometimes people see that message and they reach out to me, which is nice. And I especially want to reach the Zimbabwe diaspora who are in Canada. There are many successful and educated, financially secure Zimbabweans who have a very different journey to mine. So I'm trying to reach the African diaspora especially to ask for help. And how do leaders stay grounded when the pressure feels too much? Because you're under pressure to continue to be strong. You're under pressure from things people can't see. You're under pressure from knowing that there's deadlines to meet. There's still bills to pay. There's still events you have to go to. So there's a lot of pressure that we're dealing with. And now I've moved away from the image of the people at the cross, the women and men at the cross, moving towards Easter. Jesus is in the grave, but there's still this period of waiting, the period of waiting for the dawn, waiting for the new opportunities, waiting for the good news. And so we're focusing on a community that is still, in a sense, grieving, a community that is still looking towards the right direction, but not yet there, and a community that is obviously feeling the loss of presence of Jesus, of their breadwinner, of somebody who was with them on the journey. It may be that in my case, my community misses me. In my workplace, I know my supervisors miss me. I know my team misses me. Many of them reach out to me. And so there's that sense of loss, but we are still in touch. And so it's transitioning now, transitioning from a relationship where you see people every day, you talk to them, you hear their voice, and you're there in their presence, to a different kind of being in community. And that's what we're focusing on when we are looking at how Easter unfolds in our lives, looking at the hope that is in the world, in the church, in our own lives. And sometimes things come unexpectedly all at once, because everything we have in our life is a miracle. Our lives ourselves are a miracle. Our life itself is not something that somebody can create. Everything is a gift from God. And even when we go through periods of testing, periods of trial, we hold on to that faith. So for me today, I'm not resting, even though it's Saturday. When I get up in the morning, I still check my email, I apply for jobs, I make a note of which jobs I've applied to, and I make a note of on LinkedIn who I've reached out to, and I send out the same message that I put on my Facebook, I send out to my contacts on LinkedIn, because this is a very, very critical period for me. And just like the EI I knew wasn't going to last forever, I was applying for jobs during that time, going out to events, training, looking at opportunities, networking, letting people in the church know that I'm looking for a job. So it doesn't stop until I land and I get that opportunity. It doesn't stop. And so too with the message of the Easter message, that waiting didn't stop until that resurrection came. So for me too, that's what I'm doing. And just looking at how can I stay resilient? How can I not let the pressure destroy my life and my health? And how can I stop dealing with the negative things that come at me in a way that I don't let them affect me? So those are the strategies that I'm using. You may have different strategies. And in everything that we're going through, we know that the Lord doesn't leave us. And we know that God is seeing everything that we're going through. They say there's a saying that smooth seas don't make for skillful sailors. Or sometimes I want to tell God, you know what? Your seas are a little too rough for me. But that's how it goes. So that's what I did today. I applied for 10 jobs. I sent out 75 messages to contacts on LinkedIn. I checked my emails. I made a note of where I've reached in terms of reaching out to people and who I've circled back with. And now I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then move on to the next thing. And that's how it goes here in North America. Whether you are building a business or whether you are looking for a job, the pressure is relentless and the pressure doesn't stop. Because you know, just like I knew that income support, the EI support wasn't going to last forever, I know that the Ontario Works is also not going to last forever, and it's not enough to cover all my expenses. So I have to be relentless in my pursuit of seeking the light, of seeking that resurrection, of landing that job, of showing people what I've done, because people forget quickly. It's like, oh yeah, when did you do that? Oh, that was long ago, but all those things I did long ago helped you to get to where you are today. So don't forget them. Remember them. And when you have opportunities come up, if you have that spare money that you can give, help me, because I've helped lots of people. If you can help me with a loan to cover my rent, help me, because I don't have any job. Everything's maxed out. My lines of credit, my loans, I don't have anything. I can't even go and buy a packet of milk from the store. So for me, it's not a case of faking it till you make it. It's a case of being real and staying resilient.